Hello everyone, it's Teresa again at Carolina Girl Wreath, and today I would like to show you how I make a simple, pretty Memorial Day wreath, or patriotic. Could be used for Memorial or 4th of July. We're going to be using this pretty USA sparkle sign. So here's what else you'll need. 14-inch frame, as I always use, and I always get mine at the Dollar Tree. They are a great find, and they work as good as a high dollar wreath. They do for me. And then, of course, your pipe cleaners. Going to be 9 pipe cleaners on the outside ring and 6 in the center, making a total of 16 pipe cleaners. So I already have mine done here. And if you don't know how to place the cleaners on your frame, I have a tutorial I made on it. If you'd please like to go check it out. It's just a short one. Thank you. And then we're going to be using poly deco mesh. I get most of my mesh from Craft Outlet. It's a very nice mesh. Has a nice texture to it, not real thick, not too thin. But I'm going to be using red and of course blue and white for the good old USA. So I've already pre-cut them at 30 inches. So you're going to need, for the whole wreath, you're going to need a total of 15 pieces. And I have chose 3 different shades, which does save on a roll of mesh, actually, because you're not using the one whole row. But they're all cut separately at 30 inches. So that makes a total of 5 pieces of each color at 30 inches. 5 of each color at 30 inches. That gives us our whole total of mesh for the wreath. Then I chose the 3 ribbons we're going to be using. Stars, blue and white stars. A pretty red, white, and blue star shiny ribbon. And just a plain red ribbon. I'd like to mix and match mine. Sometimes I use 2 or 4 different kinds and alternate them, but I've chose these 3. And then, of course, you sew or sign. And I found, this was a good buy. I think I actually got this sign at the Dollar Tree. Okay, I can't remember, but it is pretty. And then, that's really all you need. So this is called a Ruffle method with curls. Deco mesh patriotic wreath. Okay, so we're going to get started, so be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm sorry if I meant to tell you, I'm also using the 10-inch mesh. The 10-inch mesh works great for this style of ruffles. So I have my first piece here. I'm using a red, and I'm going to lay it down here. Curly, where it likes to curl up. Lay it down, the curly side down. And then I usually use a tool of some kind, a little heavy thing and all, to put at the end of it to hold it down. It just helps it as I scrunch a little better. Anything you can find that will help lay it down flat, help you scrunch better. And if you don't know anything about scrunching, you just simply take your 2 thumbs in the center here. I like to turn my ends under some to help with fraying. I did use a wood burner cutter. Sometimes I just still do this. It's a habit too, but it does help hide more fraying. And then you just take your fingers out with your thumbs in the center and just scrunch up. Just like scrunch up all the way. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. And I've always said in my videos, I'm letting the fingers do the walking. Okay, and when I get near towards the end, you get down here and flip the end, tuck the end under right here a little bit with your 4 fingers. Okay, so there you're looking at, I'm left-handed, it's your first ruffle, or bow, whatever you like to call it. Then you just find your place on your frame, doesn't matter where, put it down with the ruffle side up. I secure mine in about 1, 2, about 3 twists. Okay. Okay, we're going to go on and do another one. I'm going to go red, white, and blue. And one thing this mesh does like the stick, but it still makes a very pretty wreath. Okay, see how it's wanting to curl up? So curly side goes down. Slide it off the table. Okay, same thing. I'll turn a little bit under. You don't have to if you use a wood burner, but I've just become used to doing that. And there again, thumbs in the center, like you're making some kind of little dam. And you just work your fingers up on the outside, holding them. Now, when I first started this, it was hard for me. I thought I'll never make a ruffle, but you will. It'll come to you. Just keep practicing. It does get easier. Okay, this one here, all the way. Get up to the end. I take the tool off. Continue on up. Just take that and tuck it under. Okay, and there we have the white ruffle. Okay, just going to place it beside the red one. By the way, I just want to ask, how is everybody today? I hope that everybody's doing good. As I always say, it's a rainy day here in North Carolina today. We've had some pretty sunshine, but now it's rainy today. But I do hope everyone is having a good day, no matter what. It's a good day for you. Okay, so here's the next. Okay, they're coming into place. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead now and see, you will kind of want to, when you get them on, put them beside one another. Don't worry about, though, when the end is all full, you can go back and fluff them and make them stand up more. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my ruffles, so I don't have to bore you with that. I'm going to continue on around, and then I'll be back and we'll go on. Okay. Hello all, I'm back, and I finished the ruffles inside and out. Here's what she looks like. Okay, I've done the center rings just like the outer. Okay, so again, it gives you a total of 9 ruffles on the outside, 3 of each color, 6 ruffles on the inside, 2 of each color. Okay, so she's getting there. So our next step's going to be, excuse me, I'm dropping my stuff. Our next thing's going to be the curls that we place on her. And the curls will be cut. I do all my curls in 10-inch pieces. I'm also using red, white, and blue to match the wreath. Now, you can use different colors. Like I always say, I heard someone say this when I was learning to do my wreaths. It's your wreath. You do your thing and what you like. And honestly, every wreath is pretty to me. Every wreath is pretty in some way. Okay, so here's the ruffles, and I'm sure same mesh I've cut in 10-inch pieces. And you're going to have a total of 15 again. 3 of each color on the outside, 2 of each color on the inside. And what I've done when I do my curls, excuse me, I usually like to rotate them in the colors on the wreath. And I found that I have to do this way when I show you. If I don't, I have put colors together and didn't want that. So let's say, for example, I'm going to start the white curl. And, okay, I'm going to choose which ruffle I want it to go in, a red one, white one, or blue. So I'm going to add the white to all the reds. So I'll put my curl in all the reds first, and that way I'll know that I got all the reds with the same color curl. So I know everybody's done a curl. She kind of rolls up herself, but just take her and not very tightly, just roll her up. Take her in the middle, give her a pinch. Stick her down here in the pipe cleaner. Where are you? There. Sometimes they hide. A couple of twists because you're going to put ribbon on later. And I always kind of like to take my ruffles and kind of just give them a push up. Kind of sets them up some. I'm going to go ahead to the next red on the inside and put the white. Okay, give it a pinch in the red. Okay. And I push her up here. Kind of give her a squeeze together so she'll stand up. Got a little stray of mist right there. Sometimes you're going to have that even if you would burn. Okay, so I've done the white. Now I'm going to do my red piece. I'm going to take it and put in my blue piece of mesh. So I'm going to get the two blues with the red. Same way. So you kind of know what I'm talking about there. I hope so, because before I've forgot where I had a certain color. And I don't know, it just didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Okay, just squeeze them up. You don't have to do this, but I do. I like to have them like they're kind of sitting up some. Okay. So I'm going to finish the ruffles. The curls. Excuse me again. Be right back and we'll do our ribbon. Okay, so here she is with all her curlies in. You can see them around. She's getting a little fuller. Alrighty, so now we're going to go with the ribbons. And, okay, I showed you earlier, I have chosen Stars and Stripes Shiny, a solid red with some red sparkle on the edges for my inside ruffles. And then I chose the navy with the white stars to go on my outer ruffles. And my little red, blue sparkle ribbon to go with that. So there's my ribbons. I've got 15 total, just like everything else. Okay. Now I know everybody's probably familiar with doing ribbons, so I'm not going to worry about telling you how to do a ribbon. They're all cut at 12 pieces though, 12 inches. That's pretty much, I think, the good size ribbon for all wreaths. And if you've never done a ducktail, well, I have a tutorial on that too. If you want to check it out, please. It's just a short one. But I was always messing up on my ducktails. I was cutting the wrong end. So if you want to check that out, please, I would appreciate that if you don't know how. Okay, so we're just going to do our center ribbons here. Okay, I usually put the smaller one on top. They say it doesn't matter, but I do. And I've got them creased here to make it easier for me to get them centered. So just pinch them between your fingers. And I'll go in here and start anywhere. Give them like I do my ribbons, good 3 or 4 twists to make sure they stay in. And I also press them down a little. For some reason, it helps them stand up more. Then I'll clip my pipe cleaner. And I'll take the other ends and tuck it down under the ribbon. Okay? And then just spread your ribbon out. If you can see. Now some people wait and do this when it's all done, but I do mine as I go. It's okay how you do it. And see, I like to let mine stand up a little bit. Okay? Let's see. I got my camera just right. I really need a tutorial how to use my camera. Okay, and we're going to go on and do one more. Speaking of Memorial Day wreaths, though, it's already hard to believe it's May. Just about. I tell you, maybe because I'm getting older, but time, it does seem to fly nowadays. Okay, I press in. I just take it and just give it a little press in. You can feel it going in, because I think it just, for myself, makes them stand up a little better. To me. Okay. Spread that out. them up, and you can go back when you're done and do all of them over the way you want it to be. Okay, so there's the 2 ribbons here. So, okay, so I'm going to go again and finish the ribbons. Then we'll finish it off with the sign. Okay, everyone, here she is with all her ribbons. Okay, she's looking prettier and prettier, I think. I hope you all like her. Okay, so now we're going to do the sign. Okay. Remember the sign? Now this is a lightweight sign, which I like. I mean, they're not really heavy, so this is going to be easily applied with just a few zip ties. So I've got me some red, white, blue zip tie. So we're going to just attach it easily to the little places on the sign here. I have a center already here that'll work perfect. So I'm just going to take her and lay her on the wreath. Get you in and see her. Lay her on the wreath. And I'm just going to take my zip tie and find a spot where you want to put her. Now don't worry about the ribbons and all. When you get done, you can fluff all them out. So I'm just going to take the zip tie and fit it through the little center thing I got here. Well, first let's go back. Find you a piece of little mesh. I'm going to use this right here. It's a little piece of mesh. Take the very kind of end of it you can get in without tearing it. And just feed it through the little place there you're going to use to hang. Okay. Put her in place. Okay, now I'll just put that down so I'm ready to go back and clip her. Then for the other side, hold her in secure. Same thing. I'll go around here with this side and just find a place in my mesh. Somewhere kind of, that ribbon's right there, but that'll be okay because we're going to take it out. Take your little zip tie and put it in the mesh somewhere, a little piece, just enough to grab onto it. Like I said, this is a light sign, so it's not going to take a lot of weight out of it. I mean, a lot of pull to it. And then I just feed her up through the little sign here where you'll find that this one's got places, anything like this usually has hollow places. There we go. I'm going to put her, zip her in there. Okay, if you notice I've got zip ties that match my wreath. Then over here, going to get the U. Same thing. Find a little place in the mesh. Even if it's a curl, it's fine. In the center, I try to stay. Put it in there and find another opening in the U. Okay, pull her up there. There you go. I'll go back and clip them off with my pliers in a minute. Okay, so there we go. We've got the sign in. Okay, the sign's in. See how pretty she looks? Oh, USA. We're a really fortunate country no matter what's going on. So when you get that done, what I do is just go back, you know, and like I say, your ribbons, just pull them out. They're mainly going to be the center ones because that's where the sign is, in the center. Just pull your ribbons out to where, you know, you can see them a lot. Sometimes you can't help but cover up a few, but that's okay. Whatever you can get out. Okay. Pull them out and clip them off in a minute. Alrighty. And there she is, oh good USA. So what I do with mine, I always try to put a little something special on mine to make them unique. And I have chosen a little pig here. I found this cute little hat on Craft Outlet. I bought it on seasonal clearance. I think it was only like $1. It's really cute. So I'm just going to put her up here in the corner of the side of my wreath. Add to her. Just stick her down in. Find a place. Okay. There we go. to say. I'll have to work with how to put her, but there you go. So I hope you like this. It's a really simple way to make a wreath. It really is. It's one of my favorite. So I always like to close with saying a little something to my viewers. But first of all, I do want to thank those of you that do come and look. I've been doing just about maybe 3 or 4 weeks now tutorials. And I'm getting a little better maybe. But I really will appreciate it if you'll like me, even subscribe. I'm just trying to get my channel built up. This is something I've just learned to do in my old age. Since I've retired and I love doing it. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I always like to close with saying something. And today is, don't ever think you're too old to do anything or try anything. Because I did. I mean, I'm in my 60s. And when I first made these wreaths, I cried, I cut some up, and I told my husband, I said, I'm quitting. I can't do it. I'm too old. I should have learned a long time ago. But then one day I saw a lady on a tutorial that I learned from, sweet lady, and she actually said her age. And I said, you know, now she can do it, then I can do it. So I'm not good at tutorials, but I'm trying. But used to I couldn't make a wreath, now I can't stop. So anyway, I just want you to remember, you're never too old to try anything, and you won't know until you try. So come back soon and join me. In a couple of days, I'm going to be making a pretty flip-flop, very colorful summer wreath. I think you're going to like it. Okay, everybody, thank you. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.